What's poppin', you sister fuckers? It's Dovetheangry, and in this video we're going to be talking about Despotic's video that has some weird question clickbaity title. It says something to the effect that if you use incap, you're a piece of shit. Now we're not going to be talking about what was inside his video. Oh no. We're going to be looking much lower. Talking about his comment section, and we're just going to be taking a big steamy shit on all the retards that were in there. Now, being that Despotic couldn't take it onto himself to bear this mountain of a task, I, Dovetheangry, will do it myself. Now we're going to be getting right into this. I'm really tired of people crying about Nightblade and incap. I could rant for an hour about 100 things that could be nerfed over Nightblade. People just mad. They don't know how to counter a Nightblade. But once you know how to counter Nightblade, you will see how not OP they are. That's why Zos isn't nerfing Nightblade. Because the people who complain about Nightblade who have broken thumbs. Now I couldn't tell if that was a question or a statement. But this man's name does start with OG, so I can't really expect too much out of him. So we're gonna move on to Saw Dude. He's out here. He's sawing, dude. But he's basically complaining about Zerglings at the start. You know, like, I haven't played this game for forever. I don't know how a Zerg works. Thank you for explaining it this whole time. But he's saying you want to keep nerfing and nerfing damage. Nightblade is fine the way it is. You guys act like Nightblade are just destroying group play. I mean, they kind of are. They can hit a 10k incap into a 12k fucking assassin's will, do an 8k surprise attack. That shit is sturdy as fuck. That is amazing. That is instant burst. You can instantly down somebody. But then he's saying, let's nerf wizards. I agree with that. But then he's saying, let's add a set that instead gives 15% more damage. That's dumb as fuck. That is the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard anybody ever say. Like, please, let's move on to the next retard. And then we got Minor God coming in, handing a swift L to Sadud, saying, one could also argue that those who think incap isn't doing too much for 70 ultimate are all trash blades who can't play any other class effectively. Now, that right there, somebody needs to put that in the Bible. Amazing. Our boy Minor God out here, handing out L's. Now we got Young Boner. Now this is when shit gets real. Soul Assault is way worse than incap. It's up for debate. They're equally cancer. It costs around the same. No, it doesn't. It's like 40 ultimate more. Does a lot of damage. True. You can't cloak or move properly. Well, you can cloak it. That's like the only way to completely negate it, other than line of sight, and that doesn't even work half the time. Or you move properly, they remove the snare, so you can move just fine. L. You all realize you can just avoid a Nightblade for 6 seconds to the foul laster, right? Weird way to say a statement. I don't really think that was a question. And no, you really can't avoid a Nightblade for 6 seconds after he incaps you, because he's not going to let you just walk away. He's coming to fuck your bitch. He's not going to just let you leave. If incap is a problem for you, then you really should just learn to play better. I've been killed more times by Meteor, Dragon Leap, Soul Assault. Basically, this man just listing every ultimate. Yeah, you've been killed by those ultimate more because all of those ultimates are used as executes. Incap is used for a starter of a combo. People don't really use it to finish people off. They use it to kill them. They hit them with it, then they do their combo, they die. Dragon Leap people use to finish you. Dawnbreaker people use to finish you. Destro, it's a bomb. I mean, that's, well, shit. And Meteor, people use that to finish you. Then he says that you scrubs make me laugh with your calls for nerfs on Nightblades. If they get nerfed, they would be useless. I don't think that that's true. I mean, I played a class that was nerfed 4 updates in a row. I mean, they're useless now. They weren't useless the first 3 nerfs. I mean, shit. They have 0 defensive passives and only cloak when things get dicey. Who the fuck says when things get dicey? And yeah, they don't have any defensive passives. They have a shit ton of damage in sustained passives. So then, I've seen Nightblades that run 2 fucking defensive sets. They're tanky as shit. They have a great sustain, and they hit hard as fuck. Like, they don't need defensive passives when they can just run defensive gear, because they get all the damage and sustain they need from their passives. Like, you're slow. And it says, every other class has long-lasting defensive buffs. Nightblade has 1, they last 3 to 6 seconds. Well, if you're running 2-piece heavy, it's like 8. In Templar, their circle, when they leave it, they have 8 seconds. So it's the same amount. And Stam Sorks are like 15, and you gotta constantly reapply it. Like no. Like, that's you get that shit when you do damage. Nightblades are easy kills when you know how to actually play the game. Not an opinion, a fact. Well, most Nightblades are easy kills, because I would say roughly 40% of the people playing. Now, this is me being generous. About 40% of the people that play Cyrodiil are Nightblades. And only 1 or 2% of those players are actually good. So, yeah, when you run into a Nightblade, they're mostly trash. But saying that's opinion and a fact, 90% of what you said wasn't a fact. So, don't say that shit. Like, you're dumb. Like, your last name's Boner. Like, you're fucking stupid. And then Young David says, to be honest, though, incap is probably the only way to deal with Magplars or tanks, you know, blah, 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 blah. What about all the other classes that don't have as much burst as Nightblades? They deal with them shits just fine. Like, that's not the only way to kill them. Like, learn the struggle like the rest of us, you piece of shit. So getting in to our next victim. Now this one pains me. Now we have Berserker. Now this really hurts, because I'm assuming that's a play in Berserk. So I feel bad for having to hand you this L, young man. People seem to be running out of things to complain about. So now it's incap, where this skill hasn't been changed except for a cost increase. It has been changed. It used to only stun people when your health was lower than theirs. So you could take that L immediately. Your first sentence, instant L. It is the only hard counter to perma-block Breath of Life Templars. No, not really, not at all. Next, let's complain about Prolonged Stun and Defile on Reverb, and it's a spammable. Reverb is a spammable, but it only does the shit that it does every 6 seconds, so spamming that shit doesn't do anything for you. That'd just be dumb. I don't see people running around spamming fucking Reverb. Let's say that that's overperforming next. As far as empowerment, every class has access to it, and it is going to be useless next patch anyway. Not every class has access to it. Most of them are magic abilities that give it to you. So yes, I mean, technically speaking, you could use it on your stamina character, but it's gonna fuck over your whole playstyle. So no. And saying that empowerment's going to be useless next update is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. People are completely underestimating how strong light attacks are going to be next update. And light attacks are going to hit hard as shit. So empowering them is going to be amazing. You're going to see just pure light attack builds next update. I'm fucking calling that shit. So saying that empowerment is useless, like, you're dumb. But with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap this up, because this shit is getting too long. If you guys want to see more L's like this, tune in, because I'm going to be doing more commentaries, because I'm running out of content, because I suck at a mag DK. That's all. Later, bitches.